England has won the toss and they have decided to bowl first. That's the latest that's coming in the T20 World Cup. England has decided to send Pakistan to bat first in the final. Josh Buttler has won the toss and England has decided to chase. That's the latest coming in from the T20 World Cup. England has decided to field against Pakistan. Both the teams remain unchanged for the final. England has decided to toss and they will bowl first. England has decided to send Pakistan to bat first in the T20 World Cup final. Josh Buttler has won the toss and England has decided to chase. My colleague Nikhil is joining me. Nikhil, the final is here. Everyone will watch the final. Very heartbroken we were when India lost out, but today is the final between England and Pakistan, and England has decided to let Pakistan bat first.
Is that okay? English, you okay? What else?
Yes, that's right. You know, the news that's just coming in from the MCG, as you just mentioned, England have won the toss and have decided that Pakistan must bat. So England is going to be chasing in this big final. You know, it was a sea of green that I witnessed for some time now, for the last 2.5 hours that we've been here. Plenty of Pakistan fans, supporters, but now most of them have all gone in. Very few remain because the game is about to start. They don't want to miss out on an action, but I've got someone here. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling very well, and this is my second World Cup. I'm in 1992. I got some picture, and I have a ticket as well.
That's lovely. You saw the 92 final
that
Pakistan played here and won.
When I was 23, now I'm 56. 30 years I'm watching this. It's the same venue. Is that New Zealand lost the game with the Pakistan, and then now the Pakistan is playing with England in the same place.
Okay, tell me, you think history will repeat? Fir se hoga dobara?
Inshallah, the history will repeat, and we won. Inshallah.
Yes. Who's going to be the star players? You know, Pakistan is going to be batting first. Toss ho gaya.
But I think that Hayden and Buttler is a very good batsman, but our Rizwan and Babar is not, you know, can't compete for the Babar and Azam, and then I love the Haris, and then Wasim and Nawaz, and then Shadab. My middle order is very, very fantastic and good. Okay. And you can see the match today, and inshallah, is my heart say we win.
Okay, you will win. Okay, have a good game.
Thank you.
Lovely to catch up with a gentleman. He was here in 1992 at the same venue where Pakistan won their very first World Cup. That was against England. Coincidentally, they're playing another World Cup final. The format has changed. That was a 50-over World Cup. This is a 2020 World Cup. And this time, the teams are the same. So there's England on one side, and then there is, you know, Pakistan on the other side. So this gentleman saw that historical game and is hoping that Pakistan is going to be repeating history once again. It's going to be a close call. Both teams actually scraped through to the finals. The semi-final was also not easy for them to play. They both finished second in their table, and from there on had to win two very tough games. Pakistan beating New Zealand. Once again, it was similar to what happened in 1992, beating New Zealand, then qualifying for the final, and then meeting England. That was the England, team versus Imran Khan's team. This England team of Josh Buttler is going to be up against Babar Azam and co. So that's the latest news that's coming in from the MCG, that Pakistan would be put into bat. And I think the Pakistani top order has now really come into its own. If you remember, they did not really have a great outing so far in the tournament, but in the semi-final it was the openers of Pakistan did well. Coincidentally, openers for England did well as well. So both sets of openers really firing. I think in terms of batting, if you look at the two teams, England will have the edge because they have a long batting lineup. If you took a look at the bowling, then Pakistan will have the edge because they've got those lethal wicket-taking bowlers. So it's a battle between two different philosophies, two different styles of play. One side you have the clinical English team, the other side you have the Mavericks in the Pakistan team. One side you have a strong batting lineup that England have, the other side you have a strong bowling lineup that Pakistan have. Sunny Gavaskar now joins us on the program. Sunny bhai, the latest news from here at the MCG is that England have won the toss and they've decided to chase. What do you make of that decision? You know, on a big final, most people say bat first, put the total, because the other team will always be under pressure. But lately we've seen in T20 cricket, chasing has really done well. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, you know, this sort of decision that England have taken will have a bearing on this game?
Well, I think the decision has been prompted purely by the prospect of rain. Prospect of rain coming later in the day means that you're looking at a Duckworth-Lewis result, a Duckworth-Lewis kind of situation. And that is probably the main reason that England have decided to field first. Also, in a 40 overs game, the wicket doesn't change that much. The pitch doesn't change drastically. In a 3-day game, 5-day game, the pitch can, with a bit of wear and tear, change, but not in a 40 overs game in the day. So I think the prospect of rain is the only reason why England have decided to chase.
If you look at this contest, Sunny bhai, you've seen both teams play in this tournament right through the group stages, then the semi-final, dominating wins for both. How do you think they stack up?
Well, they're pretty well matched. England, you could say, have you know, the greater depth in batting, but Pakistan also have come on very strongly with the batting. In fact, in the last couple of games, they haven't really had to test their numbers 7, 8, 9 because the top order has done the job. So it's a very well matched final, and like in every T20 game. The teams that generally win the power plays usually go on to win the match. So once again, the power play is going to be very, very crucial.
The power play is going to be crucial, as Sunny Gavaskar points out. One side you've got a very good bowling lineup that Pakistan has. On the other, you have a very good batting lineup that England have. I'm still trying to confirm the playing 11. We'll get to know whether any changes have been made to the English team or not. But the latest news, as we've been telling you on India Today, is that England have won the toss and they will be chasing. And as Sunny Gavaskar there pointed out, maybe it is prompted by the fact that there will be rain here. Sunny bhai, again for England, no changes there. Mark Wood hasn't you know, made the 11. Neither has David Malan. In that game versus India, did you say that England missed Mark Wood, and will they then miss him here in the final too?
Well, to an extent they did, because look at the number of runs that Chris Jordan conceded. Yes, he got the wicket of Virat Kohli towards the end, but anybody who concedes more than 10 runs and over is you can say that hasn't done a great job on that day. Mark Wood certainly could have hurried the Indian batsman. He could have hurried the Pakistani batsman too. But in a finals, you want to play somebody who's 100% fit. And they would have had a little bit of a doubt about Mark Wood being 100% fit, and that's why no change in the team. It's also a team that won so convincingly against India in the semi-finals. They will be on a high, every single player. Maybe they didn't have much to do. For example, the numbers 3 and 4 didn't have anything to do in the England lineup apart from fielding. But they'd just be on that high that, look, we have won in such a convincing manner. So with that kind of adrenaline rush, you want to keep and maintain the same playing 11.
That's right. Maybe that's the reason why England have decided to go on with the same 11. Phil Sort didn't get any chance to bat because the openers did the job for them. We'll have to wait and see whether the English middle order would be called upon in this game. But first, it's going to be Pakistan that will come out to bat as well. Sunny bhai, you know, a lot of comparisons have been made to that 1992 victory that Pakistan had right here. Everything turning out to be the same. They've beaten New Zealand in the semis. They did exactly that. They were given a lifeline because of rain in that tournament. That happened this time too. They're once again playing England at the MCG. All these things or the weight of history, do you think that has any sort of impact in really, driving the Pakistan team?
They certainly will be motivated by that, no question about it. History where you've been very successful is something that motivates you. It makes you feel that much more confident. So clearly, yes, one can see that the Pakistan team has been motivated by that victory 30 years ago. And with all these coincidences that you talk about, the semi-final win, the Adelaide, South Africa, losing to Netherlands. By the way, did anybody from Pakistan say that there was a conspiracy about that? Because when India lost to South Africa, there was a lot of talk in Pakistan about, India deliberately losing to South Africa. So did South Africa deliberately lose to Netherlands? Anything like that in Pakistan? Anyway, so let's. I mean, they would probably be pretty high with that 1992 win situation.
Okay, I've got a few English fans with me. Very tough to find you guys because all I see is the sea of green here. But you're going to shout them down, or you'll have enough fans?
The Barmy Army. There's no louder fan base in the world.
But we are fierce.
Yes,
we are very fierce.
Yeah.
What are you expecting in the game today?
I think we're going to absolutely batter them. I really do.
I think we'll win by about 10. Win by like 12 wickets today.
12 wickets is not possible.
Mate, I think 9 wickets.
A whitewash.
9 wickets.
They haven't got a chance.
Are India playing in it? Oh, no. Sorry. We're sorry.
Also, for the whole population of India, I'm so sorry you guys aren't good at cricket.
Okay, have a good game. Have a good game. Thank you so much. I've got a few Indian fans as well. Show me your glass. Show me your glass. He's got, come here, come closer. What's he got? It says Ben Stokes. So since India is not here, you're supporting England, are you?
No, I want Pakistan to win.
Pakistan bhai.
हमारा भाई भाई है, वैसे तो जीतना पड़ेगा.
Love thy neighbor, is you what you're saying?
Yes.
But I thought you would want, some sort of revenge for England beating us. Is that why you're supporting Pakistan?
Yes, that's one of the factors. भाई असली रीजन तो ये है कि टिकट बेच नहीं पाया मैंने, तो देखने के लिए आ गया, बस.
Okay, never mind. Hopefully you guys will have a good game.
You too.
Enjoy some good game. There are a few Ben Stokes supporters. So I've been meeting a lot of Indian fans also that have turned up. Very tough to find any English supporters. I did find one or two, but you're supporting England.
Of course I am.
Come here. What do you expect is going to happen?
I hope England win.
All the best for the game then. All the best for the game then. Later, I'm live right now. No, quickly, what do you want to say? Okay.
Are you watching India?
हम आपका बदला जरूर लेके रहेंगे. हम आपका बदला जरूर लेके रहेंगे.
अच्छा, क्या होने वाला है? Pakistan is going to be batting first. What do you expect?
I'm presuming कि Pakistan they have a good pace bowling attack. तो इंशाल्लाह जो हमारे 6 बॉलर्स हैं बहुत हार्ड टाइम देने वाले हैं और इंशाल्लाह ये मैच पाकिस्तान जीतेगा और खुशखबरी या हम कोशिश करेंगे कि एशिया में लेके आए इस कप को और पाकिस्तान को जिताएं और इंडिया वालों को भी खुश करें. Thank you.
Okay, I love this poster. It says Power of Hayden. Matthew Hayden. He gave a good speech to the team. I saw that as well. He's a World Cup winner with Australia. Clearly, you think his inputs are helping?
He is the man behind the plan. तो इन्होंने ही जो किया है वो आपके सामने रिजल्ट सबके सामने है.
Okay, he's the man. Saqlain Mushtaq's not going to be happy listening to that. That Hayden's the man behind the plan. But thank you so much for joining in. Saiba, I'm going to take that question to you as well. I've been talking to a lot of Pakistani fans. All of them very grateful to a Matthew Hayden, to a Sean Tate to be part of that support staff. That you reckon may have helped as well, because they are World Cup winners, the two of them, and then having them in their support staff may have helped Pakistan win that crucial semi-final and may help plan for this crucial final knockout also.
Look, what the support staff can do is prepare the players, prepare them more mentally than anything else. After that, you've got to go out and do your bit yourself as a player. So yes, I think somebody like Matthew Hayden would definitely have given that impetus to the team, no question about it. But don't forget that Saklain's been with them through thick and thin as well. So Saklain, when you've seen him, he's looked very calm in the dugout. Very seldom has he betrayed any emotions. I think that kind of a thing also is a big help. When you have somebody who's in control of his emotions, then it certainly is a big help. So, yes, I think Hayden and Sean Tate would have played their part as you would expect. As professionals, they would have done their job. But let's also not forget what Saklain Mushtaq has done. There's Mohammad Yusuf also there as the batting coach. So don't forget that, because, they batted quite superbly towards the end. And Mohammad Yusuf, one of Pakistan's great batsmen, is their batting coach as well.
Saiba, you make a very interesting point actually, because Saklain Mushtaq, the coach, he was also part of that English setup once they won the trophy in 2019. Now he's part of that Pakistan setup, and I know he came in for a lot of criticism after that series lost to England at home, and where he used that word Kudrat ka Nizam, saying that winning and losing is all part of the game. He came in for a lot of criticism, but he must be smiling right now because he's taken Pakistan to another World Cup final. Saiba, if I'm not mistaken, I remember you having a brief interaction with the Pakistan team. I remember watching those visuals. It was, the team of Saklain Mushtaq and a lot of young players. Your interaction there, and that was much before the tournament started. Were they quietly confident, and how were they approaching this tournament? It'll be lovely to hear your thoughts with that little time you spent with the Pakistan team.
Yes, it was at Matthew Hayden's place. Matthew, as you recall, was in India just a few days before that, and we'd been doing commentary together, so he'd invited me on the day, because I was going to be in Brisbane as well for the warm-up games, so the Pakistan team just happened to be there as well. So it was good to meet up with some of the younger players, good to meet up with Babar, and yes, you're right. They were quietly confident. There was a little bit of cricket talk, mainly about the players that I played with from Pakistan. And so, yes, I think they looked very, very confident. They looked very comfortable with each other. That's the most important thing. I didn't seem to see any groups, when sometimes, when you see with teams there are groups, it seemed as if they were all mingling and happy in each other's company.
Okay, they're happy. A happy bunch always makes for a great team, and team camaraderie is very essential to win tournaments, and that is what, as Saiba said, brief time he may have spent with them, but he could feel that they were quietly confident, all of them gelling very well, understanding each other, and it's teamwork that has got them so far in the final as well. But they face a formidable England team as well. Alright, those are the 5 players that we've picked that could be very crucial for their respective teams if they want to be lifting that trophy. But I also spoke to Harbhajan Singh earlier in the day and asked him to pick one player from each side who they think can be very crucial and help their team win the trophy.
I'd want to know from you one player from each side that you think would be the X factor. I remember during the Asia Cup, you had picked Rizwan for Pakistan, that he'd be very, very crucial, and he did have a very good tournament. This time around, Shadab is the other guy from Pakistan who's doing well. Shaheen Shah Afridi is coming to form. For England, we know there's Ben Stokes, Josh Buttler, plenty to choose from. Pick one player from each side you think will be the X factor.
Well, you have given me a very difficult task to pick one player.
Yes.
Since you've only asked for one, I would pick Ben Stokes. Not Butler and not Hayes, but Ben Stokes, because he's gone through that pressure, to 2019, how he handled that pressure and go on to win that cup. He understands. And even that game against Sri Lanka wasn't that easy game. How he made it look easy. He changed the game the way he wanted to play and made sure the England finish on the right side. Ben Stokes from England, and of course from Pakistan side, I would like to see Shaheen Afridi. How well he bowled, because if he bowls well up front, that's where he can open the game for Pakistan. So Shaheen Afridi from Pakistan and Ben Stokes from England.
Sunny Gavaskar is live with us. Sunny bhai, if I had to ask you, pick one player, just as I asked Harbhajan, one player from each side who you think could be the star performer?
I think Shadab, because he's an all-rounder. Shadab Khan from Pakistan, he could, come in and bowl in the middle overs and bowl them well, and then, coming in at 5 or 6, lay about him and do what is needed. Pakistan are batting first, so I think his contribution with the bat will be crucial. And then for England, I would go for somebody like Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali didn't have much to do. He didn't bowl, didn't bat in the semi-finals against India. But he's the kind of player who, with the bat, can take the game away from the opposition. So these are the two I would take. Ben Stokes, of course. The impact players in both the teams. There are plenty of impact players, but these two could be the ones that can make the difference tonight.
Right, very interesting there from Sunny Gavaskar. He's picked two all-rounders from both teams, Shadab from Pakistan and Moeen Ali from England, who he thinks could be the match winners for their respective team. But as also he points out, there are many match winners in both sides, and probably that's the reason that they've made it so far in a T20 tournament. A tournament where you need multiple match winners, where you need multiple players that can do two tasks, if not three. Pakistan's journey in this final, many would say unlikely, because at one stage it looked like that they don't even were good enough to make the semi-final, but they did. Of course, they got that favour from Netherlands, upsetting South Africa. But from there on, you got to give credit to them. They won very important games, 4 games at that, and that's how they've reached the final. I spoke to Harbhajan earlier about Pakistan's journey to the final, and this is what he had to say.
Let's talk from Pakistan's perspective, Harbhajan. And we know there has been a trend with Pakistan teams. They need to tick a few boxes. Once they tick those boxes, then they go ahead and win the tournament. One of those boxes are they need to have a bad start. They had that against India, lost that close game. Next is they need to have a big upset. They need to lose to a minnows. They did that. They lost to Zimbabwe. Next is they will have to depend on another team. The third box is they'll have to depend on another team to qualify for the knockout. That happened. Netherlands did them the favor. All boxes have been ticked. Do you believe in signs? And if you believe in signs, then is this Pakistan team going to do the unthinkable, that is lift the T20 World Cup trophy?
Well, so far everything is gone in their favor in terms of what has happened long back when Imran Khan won that World Cup with that great Pakistani team. Of course, but few things you also need to do it right. I think Pakistan team need to understand that they cannot be just dependent on their fast bowling. It is going to be a test of their skills, their nerve, their temperament and everything. If they want to win the World Cup, they have to play better cricket than England. And England also, haven't been one of the team who cannot be beaten. And yes, they played a brilliant game against India, but that doesn't mean that they'll just go on and walk over on Pakistan and win this game easily. So I think Pakistan have history in favor, but history is history. You have to stay in present and make history going forward. And this is a chance, and I'm sure that they will be looking forward to it. And other day I was talking to Rizwan after the game. He came and spoke to us, and he said when they lost those games, Saklan Mushtaq went up to him and said, "Look, there is something going to happen which is going to be amazing." And I don't know what that was. That belief, where it came from. That belief has to be there. If that belief is there, first you need to believe, then the whole world will believe that this can be done and this is possible. And yes, वो कहते हैं ना शाहरुख खान का डायलॉग जो कहते हैं कि अगर आप सोचेंगे तो पूरी कायनात आपको उस चीज को मिलाने के लिए वो लग जाती है. तो वही हुआ है. Exactly the same thing happened here. I think credit to them, the way they played in the semi-final, both the team. They outplayed their oppositions and they have reached the finals, and it's going to be a great final. Whoever wins, it'll still be, one of the game to watch for. Pakistan versus England. Yes, great game.
Harbhajan Singh says it's going to be a great final. Sunny bhai, finally, before we wrap up on this edition of Battle of Champions, pick a winner for us and why.
I think If it doesn't go down to the Duckworth-Lewis thing, then the scoreboard pressure will have Pakistan winning.
That is the prediction from Sunny Gavaskar. But remember, he said if it doesn't go to Duckworth-Lewis. On that bit, I'm going to give you a quick update. Look up onto the skies. What you see are dark grey clouds that are building up. So rain is expected. But the good news here has been that I've been here outside the stadium for the last couple of hours and the clouds have been there, but we haven't had any rain. In fact, we haven't had any rain since morning. So rain is expected a little later in the evening, but fingers crossed that you get to see a full 40 over encounter. That'll what will constitute a final. In case it's shortened, then it will be 10 overs aside, and only then will you know who the winner is. In case if that doesn't happen today, you've got a reserve day, but reserve day, the forecast isn't looking good. It's expected to be 100% rain on Monday. If that happens, then the trophy will be shared. Nobody wants that. Everyone wants to see cricket. But for the moment, we're completely out of time on this program, Battle of Champions, that was coming to you live from the Melbourne Cricket Ground. But a reminder, we're going to be live as soon as the game is done. Sunny Gavaskar will join us. He'll help us analyze what went right for which team after the world champions are crowned. We'll see you then. For the moment, Nikhil Nas signing off from Melbourne. Bye-bye.